Hello and welcome to week 2 of our journey through Isaiah 40 through 66. So this week we want to look at Isaiah 40 verses 9 through 15, at least. I think that's what we'll do. What we've been doing is the first day of the week, I go through a Hebrew verse talking about the letters. And then later on in the week, I talk about the grammar of this passage. Now, I picked verse 9, and that's a lot of verses. Or a lot of letters, that is. So let me get right down to business. The purpose of this video is to learn the Hebrew letters. Now, as you may have picked up if you watched last week, this stuff underneath, these are vowels. And modern Hebrew and ancient Hebrew did not have these vowels written. These vowels, these dots, the points, that is, the points that have been added, you can see points all over the place. Points in the middle, points on the top, dot, 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 everywhere. These were added by the Masoretes in the early Middle Ages. So we're talking like 800s, 900s, these were added to help people pronounce it. And of course, these days, when people like me who aren't Jewish by nature, when we're learning Hebrew, we like the letters. Frankly, I love the letters. You can don't worry, you could learn how to read it without the letters, no problem. But so the consonants are what would have been in the Dead Sea Scrolls or in the text that Jesus would have read, or Paul. And so what I want to learn in these first few weeks as I do these verses are the consonants primarily. And we'll mention the vowels as well, so that by the time we officially turn to the vowels, hopefully you'll already have them memorized. So here are the letters. Ayin Lamed. Now, in modern Hebrew, the ayin is pronounced silently. It was originally a strong glottal stop. Al. We're not going to say that. So al is the way this would normally be pronounced by Hebrew students today. So upon all, har. So this is a patak. If you have an infinite number of brain cells, this is a short a. Al. It's short as in a short sound. Al-Har, this is a hay and a resh, and this is a mountain, upon a mountain. This is called a makef, I believe. Interesting that I should double check these things before I look them up. It's just basically a dash. So this is a gimel, gamma, and gimel, bait, hay, gabor, gaboa. High, upon a mountain high, upon a high mountain, in other words. This is a kamatz, which is a long A, and this is not a doubling. When it's in the middle of a word, like here, it's a doubling dagesh. So this is a doubled scene. But when the dot, or dagesh, as it's called, appeared at the beginning of a word, especially in a letter bait, or gimel, the letters are called bagad kafat, bait, gimel, dalet, kaf, pei, and tav. We'll get there eventually. I'll repeat over and over again these things. So when a dot was in a gimel at the beginning of a word, it was not a doubling dagesh, but what's called a hardening dagesh, a dagesh lene, that is a light dagesh, or a dagesh, what's the word for small? Anyway, there's a big doubling dagesh and a small little dagesh. And so the dagesh in this situation just makes the gimel hard, g. Now, in modern Hebrew, that's the only way they pronounce a gimel, so it's kind of ignore this. It is gaboa. This is a holem, by the way, a long O. I said I wasn't going to do the vowels, and I'm doing them. I'm sorry. So, upon a mountain high, Ali lak. So this is a ayin again. This is a lamed again. Find all the lamas. I mean, all the lameds. Lama, I'm sorry, lamed, 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 lamed. Lots of lameds. Lots of lamas in this one, lamed. So that's an L. Al-Har Gaboa, Ali, So this Hirik Yod is basically a long E sound. And I think I talked a little bit last week about the fact that Hebrew was beginning to have some hints on certain vowels that they put in. This Yod is a mother of reading, a mater lectionis, that was meant to help you know, big vowel here, big vowel here. And so this is a Hirik Yod, and it's pronounced E. Ali is basically saying this is a Ketef Patak. It's a small Patak. That's a Shavah there. So Patak with a Shavah means a small Patak. So we have three levels of a vowel here in just these few short words. This is the short, this is the really short one, this is the normal short one, and then this is the long one, and it's basically how long you hold the sound. So Al-Har Gaboa, Ali, Lach, and there's the long A again. Okay, by the way, this is a Kaf. Kaf, here's a Kaf too. And now the pain begins to set in. There are certain letters in the Hebrew alphabet that have one form if it's at the beginning or the middle of a word, but a different form if it's at the end of a word. And unfortunately, Kaf is one of them. Arabic's even worse. Arabic has one form in the first letter, other forms in the middle, and another form at the end. But Hebrew only has a few of the letters that have one form at the beginning or middle and a different form at the end, and the Kaf is one of them. So this is a final Kaf. Basically, it's like they grabbed a hold of the bottom of it and pulled, and so the Kaf pulls down, and you got this long thing. So these final letters, a lot of times, it goes down below the kind of line. Like if you're in kindergarten and you had a line you were drawing on, the Kaf, final Kaf, pulls down below the line. So get up, you. Upon a high mountain, get up, you. Get thee up into a high mountain. Upon a mountain high. Up, you. Okay. Maba Sedek. Maba Sedet. So this is a mem, an initial mem. By the way, mem is also one. This is a final mem, same letter. Kind of look the same. So let's find the mems. 1 mem, 2 mem, 3 mems, 4, 5 mems, 6 mems, 7 mems more. Okay, so this is mem, M-E-M, an M sound. So this is a final mem, and this is the original mem. There's a final mem, just the fax mem. Okay, so mem, shava. Shava is like a. This is my normal way, of being. Hey, Ken. That's the shava. It's just a teeny bit of sound, the least bit of vowel sound of all the sounds. And so this is actually a shava too, but it's a shava that says this consonant is closed. I'll talk about shavas when I get to it. Anyway, this is a vocal shava because it's the only thing that comes after the mem. It's got to have some sound in there, right? You can't go mbo. I mean, you could be in mbai, I suppose, but this is not Indian. This is Hebrew. So mava. This is a bait. That's a bait. I'm sorry, it should have been gavoa. What is wrong with me? When the bait doesn't have a dot in it, this dagish, bait is a begad kafat letter. The ba in begad kafat tells me that baits can take this dot in it. And when the bait has the dot in it, it's a b sound. And when the bait doesn't have the dot in it, it's a v sound. This is one of the few places in modern Hebrew where they actually continue to do this sort of stuff. This difference of sound depending on whether the dot is in it. Dagish, that is. So this is gavoa, and this is mava, mavas, okay? Because there's no dagish in it. There's no hardening dagish in it. There's no dagish lene in it. There's no gametz, dagish kamats. Yeah, that's the small one, isn't it? Oh, man, I'm so sorry. And more coffee. I'll remember. Maybe not. Okay, so ma, va. Now this is a doubling dagesh. How do I know that's a doubling dagesh and not a hardening dagesh? Because this is a scene. Scene, when it has the dot on this side, is a sheen. Sh. And when it has the dot on this side, it's a scene. S. And so this has the dot on. It's like remember Igor in Young Frankenstein? Wasn't your hump on the other side the other day? What hump? This dot, when it's on this side, is a scene. And when the dot's on the, that's a scene. That's a sheen. Okay, see, this is a scene with the dot on the left side. This is a sheen with the dot on the right side. You don't ask why. Just say, what a fun game Hebrew is. And just, you learn the rules. Okay, so this is a mem, shava, beit, patak. Patak, 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 patak. This is a doubled scene with two segols under it. Seret, seret, mevaseret, mevaseret. And with segols, segolets, I mean, which is kind of the dot, segol thing. The accent is on this syllable. So, mavas seret. Anyway, okay. One announcing. Okay, one announcing good news. Kind of is all in that one thing there. Okay, so we have mem, beit, sin, resh, tav. This is a tzade, ts, tzade. Siyon, ziyon. So this is a sade doubled yod. Yod is not a begad kafat letter, and so the yod is, if there's a dagesh in a yod, it's a real doubling yod. Okay, so zayon, that's Zion. Get thee up into a high mountain. O thou that tellest good tidings. So thou that tellest good tidings is all from this one word. Mevashevet. Mevasheret is thou that tellest good tidings. Now, actually, I think, I think, and I just realized looking at the Hebrew here, I think actually the song gets it wrong. Handel's Messiah gets it wrong. Handel's Messiah is, O thou that tellest good tidings to Zion. And some translations have to Zion. But the funny thing is that if you look at the grammar here, Ali is feminine singular, and Lach is feminine singular. I'll talk about the grammar on Friday. And Mavasheret is feminine singular, and Zion is feminine singular. So I actually think that Zion is the one telling the good news. And so this should be translated Zion, up to a high mountain, get you, one telling the good news. So this Zion is the one being addressed here. Of course, Zion is a high mountain. Okay, I'm getting into interpretation. I'm so sorry. Let me just blow through the letters, and then we'll continue on our merry grammatical way on Thursday, I think it is. Is that right? Okay. So, Hey, Resh, Yod, Mem, Yod. Beit, Kaf, Chet. Kof, Vav, Lamed, Kaf. Anything I should be telling you? Hirik Yod, like the Hirik Yod here. This is E. Harimi. Va, because there's no dagesh in it, so it's going to be a V sound. Vakoa, with strength. Kolek is your voice, again, feminine, leading me to think Jerusalem is feminine. And so, again, Zion, unto a high mountain, get you up, one proclaiming good news. Announce with strength, voice, your voice, widen your voice with strength, one pronouncing good news. O Jerusalem, so these are the ones being addressed. So Kof, Vav, that Cholim, I think that should be over the Vav. Cholim Vav is a long O. Your voice, Mem, Beit, Sin, Resh, Tav, same word as up here. One pronouncing good news. O Jerusalem. Yod, Resh, Sharuk. That's a Vav with a dot in it. Shin, Lamed, Mem. Okay, and then again, same word. Hey, Resh, Yerk Yod. Hey, Resh, Yod, Mem, Yod. Aleph, Lamed, very similar to this, but two. This means a pawn. This means two. Tav, Yod, Resh, Aleph, Yod. Do not fear. Fear not. Aleph, Mem, Resh, Yod. Lamed, Ayin, Resh, Yod. Yod, Hey, Sharuk, Savav. Dalet, Hey, Yahudah. Judah, yeah. So notice how the structure is here. Each line begins with a place. Hey, Zion, upon a high mountain, get you up, pronouncing the good news. Hey, Jerusalem, lift up your voice with strength. Lift up with strength your voice, proclaiming the good news. Lift up. Do not be afraid. Announce to the cities of Judah. And then we get to down here. Hey, Nun, Hey. Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Kaf, Mem. Hine, Eloheka. So this is, behold your God. Anyway, wonderful. And I will resist for the moment to do more commentary. The main goal of the Monday video and podcast is to learn, for now, to learn the Hebrew letters. And so we've gone over, especially in detail, the Hebrew letters of this first line, and then I quickly went through the rest of the letters. Remember, we get there by practice, by repetition. And so this will suffice, I think, as our first video of the week as we learn the Hebrew letters. This is great, and I'm going to be singing on tomorrow's podcast. You just know it. You know I'm going to be singing in tomorrow's podcast because this is Handel's Messiah stuff. And so we'll see you, Lord willing, on the mañana.